Thank you, Bob. I will be mercifully brief. There are 4 reasons why, in my estimation, a class action makes sense for these First Nations. The first is speed. The salmon are depleting rapidly, if some species are virtually depleted already. A class action can move rapidly. Indeed, an application has to be brought under the Class Proceedings Act. Under the Class Proceedings Act within 90 days. And it may not surprise you to learn that I have provided a courtesy copy of this statement of claim this morning to the senior government lawyers, and I will be serving this document swiftly. And as I sit here, I have a junior lawyer in my firm preparing the certification materials so that we are ready to go, and we will be pushing the government hard for the earliest possible date. Second reason is access to justice. A class action allows the group of First Nations in the archipelago to form one single action and to pool their resources to bring one action on behalf of all. The third reason is judicial efficiency. It makes much more sense to have a single action proceed on behalf of all rather than individual actions proceed on behalf of each of the First Nations who habituate the Broughton Archipelago. And last but not least is behavior modification. That is a fundamental pillar of the Class Proceedings Act. And by that I mean if defendants have been behaving badly, the class action is a means to correct that behavior for the future. Now, I won't say much more. I view this class action as being a fairly simple class action. I know that will be hotly contested, but the Broughton Archipelago has been studied extensively by scientists. We have conferred with those scientists. I believe the right of the First Nations in the Broughton Archipelago to prove that they enjoy constitutionally protected fishing rights is straightforward. And the real issue is whether the government's methodologies of licensing and regulating these fish farms has indeed led to the destruction of the salmon stocks. And that's where the rubber hits the road in this lawsuit. I have provided a copy of a statement of claim, which I say I did issue this morning, and in that statement of claim is a map, and that map describes the Broughton, and you will see that it's a well-defined, contained area that has been very well studied. You will also see 29 fish farm tenures on that map, and a number of fishing sites, reserved fishing sites, belonging to the First Nation that Bob Chamberlain represents only. There are other fishing sites belonging to other First Nations that are not shown on that map. But you will see the concentration of those things for your own eyes on one, if I can call it one swell foop. I think that's all I need to say. Krista, if you want to add something?